This calls meeting to order at 10:02 hours. The roll call.
David Turley,
Present.
David Call,
Here.
Sheriff Eggleton,
Here.
Drew Pack, Destiny Newcomb,
Here.
Rob Van
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right,
Make a motion to accept the minutes as posted. I'll second.
have a motion, have a second on the minutes from the last meeting. Any further? All in favor?
Aye.
Citizens' concerns, if you have any concerns, anything you want to comment that's not on the current agenda. This is a public hearing, not, is to be held to receive comments, not a forum, not a debate. Please ask you keep it to 5 minutes.
Is there anybody?
All right.
Okay, we'll start with our unfinished business. Our first item on the agenda is Daea case 2025-13, located at 20895 Winfield Road in Winfield. This board granted a 90-day extension in August for this case. Melissa Beckford has been communicating with us via email. In August, she stated they were looking to hire someone in September to clear out the overgrown vegetation. Recent photos taken October 21st show no visible progress at the property. We did receive a recent email from her stating that they were working on hiring somebody else. The previous plans fell through due to a stroke of the man that they had hired to do that work. She did send an email requesting an extension to the spring, and she is here also to address the board. Yeah, you can come up to the microphone.
Yeah.
Go to the mic there. Give us your name.
Do I need to talk into? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
State your name and address.
This is actually my brother's property. He works night shift, and I've been kind of in communication. We've had two different groups of people that were supposed to work on it that fell through. He has decided he is going to have to take care of it himself to get it done. It is quite a large, I went out there the other day, and it's quite a gnarly looking project to take care of. Henceforth, why we're asking until spring to be able to get it, it's colder weather, get it taken care of in the appropriate manner. That's all I have.
Okay.
With winter coming on probably this weekend, we understand that. We always hope to get things done during the good weather.
The house is secure, correct? There's no open doors or windows or anything like that? Okay. I mean, I don't see a problem with extending it till spring myself. If the building is secure, there's no major safety issues, so.
We would ask that your brother or somebody keep an eye on the property to make sure we don't get homeless people coming in or somebody breaking into it or something like that. We would ask for that to continue, because if we do get a complaint, we'd have to call you back in. But I'll make a motion, we give you till April of 2026.
Thank you.
I'll second that motion.
Have a motion, have a second. Comments? Motion passed. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay. So the second item is Daea case 2025-20, located at 153 LaRue Lane in Hurricane. This landowner has received the notice via certified mail. At our last meeting in October, an inspection was needed with the health department to see if the septic system repairs would be sufficient. At that time, the yard had actually already been cleared of all the debris, and so we were just waiting to see if the dye test would be passed. Is that right, Destiny?
It did.
It did pass. Okay, so it appears that there's no further violation there.
I'll motion this case be dropped or dismissed.
Second.
Have a motion, have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay. Our third item is Daea case 2025-22, located at 139 Tiger Lane in Scott Depot. At the October board meeting, we were directed to send another letter making clear the requirement of a response. That letter was received October 8th, and there still has been no communication from the landowner on that one. Photos taken October 20th show no visible progress at the property. So while they did make a visit at some point to maintain the lawn, the structure still is wide open without windows and doors. And
They've been no communication efforts at all?
I've never heard from them. They've received 2 certified letters from us.
Did they receive them?
Yes.
Make a motion, we move this to the commission.
I'll second that motion.
Have a motion, have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Yeah, they're clearly getting the point, but they're not taking anything.
Okay, item number 4 is Daea case 2025-26. This one's located at 165 Poplar Drive in Scott Depot. Their certified letter of notice was received by the landowner. The landowner contacted us on September the 2nd and was directed to provide a written plan of action. That communication was not received, but photos taken October 20th note significant visual progress at the property.
Did it pass your inspection?
There's nothing that currently violates the ordinance.
Okay. Make a motion, we dismiss this case.
I'll second that motion.
Have a motion, have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay, our 5th item is Daea case 2025-27, located at 91 Paradise Lane in Liberty. The landowner sent an email October 14th saying they no longer own the property. And so we had to go through a whole second notification process. But the deed for that sale has not been recorded yet. The attorney that's overseeing it did email and confirm that she has the deed there for the new owner to go and sign it. We're told that has been done. It's still not put in record. So the new owner is not officially notified of
Who is
this
the new
one.
owner?
One sec. I can tell you. It's not somebody that we've dealt with repeatedly or anything. This will be a Mr. Grayley, is what I'm told.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, we want to start over then. New landowner, we have to start over, so I
Yeah.
just,
Yeah,
Okay.
Lisa Moy is overseeing the transfer. She has communicated that the deed has been signed. We're waiting for it to be officially on record so that we can actually send a notification to the new
make a
landowner.
motion, we table this until the new owner is identified and notified.
Have a motion,
Now I'll second it.
have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Perfect.
Motion passed.
Okay. Our 6th item is Daea case 2025-28, located at 169 Paradise Lane in Liberty. The landowner contacted us October 8th and stated that they're in poor health and that their home had actually burned down, and so now they're living in that property. He did send an email detailing his plan and sort of the order of action that he intends to take to first deal with the vegetation. What is around the house is reported as already cleared, the little trees and vegetation that were growing there.
What about the vehicles? Yeah.
He's here to speak on that as well, yes, Mr. Fletcher.
Sir, you could stay there, just speak up. Just have a seat and speak up. Say your name and,
My name's Melvin Fletcher. There's no one in this world that is more disgusted with my property than what I am. It all started, like she said, when the house burnt in 2001 or 2002. Financially, I'm unable to hire someone to clear the debris and stuff. I have to rely on my son-in-law and my grandson and it works to their schedule, so to speak. So what, I've already got a little bit of it done. I've got the trees around the trailer cleared out and some of the brush next to the other vehicles. My desire is to get the cars not necessarily out of there first, but what I've got to do, I've got to clean some of the stuff out of it because I've got tools and things like that because I don't have any outside storage. So my thought and stuff is to try to get rid of the tires, which she was telling me about the tires, being able to get rid of them. And I wasn't able to do it this month, but I'll do it next, some of them. And start on that. Things that I can do through the winter, like cut down some of the brush. I'll get out there and do it the best I can myself if I have to. But,
Mr. Fletcher, you remember me coming to see you a couple
Yeah,
years ago?
yeah.
We talked about those cars?
yeah,
And
and
you-
I got some of them out of the way. Some
Okay.
of them are already gone from when you were out there.
And I advise you at that time, that's not only a county policy, that's a state law. How many cars you got there now?
There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them that's gotta be hauled off.
But-
One I've got sold and the guy will come after it.
Okay.
Otherwise.
If you have more than 5 vehicles, you're a salvage yard. Okay?
Pardon?
You would be considered a salvage yard, okay? So, and I think I even gave you a phone number of somebody to call to haul these things off.
Yeah, I did.
And we can do that again. We can do that. As far as,
Well, on the cars, it isn't that big of a deal. I got phone number from him also, or someone, I don't know who it was from.
That was me.
But, to get the cars hauled off.
Okay.
And that, like I said, that needs to be after I can get this stuff out of it. Because I don't want to lose that is in. But one of the vehicles is sold. The other one, unfortunately, I had to get another vehicle because the one I was driving when you were out there broke down.
okay.
So, it's just one of those things to where with the finances and my physical ability, I'm limited on what I can do.
We well understand that, and that's why
But yeah, as far as,
there are members of this board that run agencies who assist you.
yeah.
And that's what we want to do, but
and
we have,
She has gave me some of the numbers to do that on the vehicles and there's a fellow that wants the scrap metal and it's laying around and I'd like to give it to him if I can, but if he won't come and get it, then it'll be gotten rid of another way.
okay.
I've got several scrappers too within solid waste. Several that'll come out and they'll get the cars and clear off any scrap metal off the property for free. They of course keep the scrap money, but, so anytime you need those things, just let us know. We can definitely help with getting that
Yeah.
arranged, so.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's, like I said, there's no one in this world that's more disgusted with this than I am. I had a nice looking place until my house burned. It was nice, it was clean. I had a nice place. But somebody decided that they didn't like my house and they burned it. And I couldn't seek restitution on it because the foul was sealed because the kid was a minor. So I had no way to do any recovery on it.
What this board asked for is to allow us to help you and show progress, okay? So that's what we need to do.
Okay.
I'm going to make a motion to give this 60 days, 60 days to show progress, okay? I think 60 days to show some progress is after me and you spoke several years ago. I think that's, all it takes is phone calls to somebody to come out and do the scrapping and all that, so.
Well, yes, like I said, the guy came out and got some of the cars, but on the ones that are still there are the ones that I had things in, and I couldn't just have them hauled off. Otherwise, they'd have been gone also.
I understand. And like I say, I'm going to make a motion, give you 60 days to show progress. All right, make that as a motion.
I'll second that motion as well. And if you need anything, any help with anything, give us a call. We're happy to line things up, so.
Thank you, sir.
Have a motion, have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay. So we'll move into the new business for this agenda. First item is Daea case 2025-29, located at 5895 Heiser Creek Road in Poca. The complaint was filed on September 10th regarding property with scrap metal in the yard, along with trash and abandoned vehicles. The inspection found possible junk and abandoned vehicles and overgrown vegetation, a lot of debris. The landowner received notice of complaint via certified mail. I think the daughter of the resident, the person that lives there's daughter, actually contacted us and asked what was required for cleanup according to the ordinance. She was directed to send an email and encouraged to attend the meeting. We did receive an email on October 28th requesting 30 days for additional cleanup. And the owner of the property, who does not live there, was in contact with us via phone call, ensuring that they were already making progress and working toward it, and that she'd been unaware of the condition of the property until she received the notice, because she just doesn't visit the property anymore. And I think there is potentially somebody here to speak on this one. Right here?
The girl is actually the owner.
Hmm?
The little girl is actually the owner of the property.
Okay. Yeah, there was like a land sale contract.
We sold that property to them about 5 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, you can, yeah.
If you would state your name, sir.
I'm Oscar Markham. My sister and I did own the property. We sold it to my niece. What is her name? Goodwin, her last name's Goodwin. Her dad's Scott Goodwin. He's the one that brought most of the junk onto the property. And,
Well, I don't have to tell you, that place.
it's awful. It is, I agree, it is terrible looking.
It's been like that for quite a while.
Yeah.
And if you don't own the property, we appreciate that. But
But we haven't signed the deed over to them yet because they just recently paid it off. We sold it to them, the owner financed it, and they just recently paid it off. That's why the deed hasn't been moved over. Plus, my little brother's name was on there and he died, and we're waiting for his, to get his death certificate before we can legally move it over.
Well, I think we're kind of stuck there.
But they have started, I got some receipts where they sent that they started moving some scrap metal out.
So until a deed is signed and recorded, Miss Joan Crawford is the landowner of record. Yes. Joanne Crawford.
Joe Crawford was an actress.
Okay, Joanne, I'm sorry, it was Joe Crawford, Joanne Crawford,
Yeah,
not
it's Joanne Crawford.
Joan Crawford, not that one, not the same. So sorry. We do have like time-lapse photos of this property from 2019 until current. The junk that's there is very quickly accumulated just in the last 3 to 4 years, while Mr. Goodwin has lived there.
Her dad Scott's rubbed most of that junk in there.
Yeah, so Krista Goodwin was who contacted and said that, they were taking junk whenever they could, and she just wanted some grace to work. They don't have a working truck. That slows down their progress. And then Joanne requested 30 days to get this done and had mentioned, that she was going to be willing to sign the property over to them if they didn't clean it up. So I expect progress to be made.
Make a motion, we give them 30 days.
Yeah. I'll second that motion for progress.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Have a motion, have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Throw some motions in here.
Next is Daea case 2025-30, located at 124 Lytton Heights in Scott Depot. The complaint was filed September 23rd regarding abandoned property and overgrown vegetation. The landowner received notice of the complaint via certified mail on October 18th. They do have 30 days to give a response from the time they receive that, so we're not able to make motion on this case until that time has expired.
I can, because this falls under the sheriff's conservator. And this young lady, the actual owner of this property, correct? Correct. Has been, you can serve me.
Okay,
And this is her her
Guardian.
guardian.
Yes.
So, and my representative who takes care of this. He has been notified, the person that lives there has been notified to show up to this board and has refused to. I think there's some mental health issues there. So,
Okay.
But we will accept the notification as of now,
Okay,
being the guardian and conservator. And take any advice other than that. I'll step away from this since I'm involved in it, Dave. I'll step away and I'll keep silent on this, other than to say that we have been notified verbally, and if you'll get us the paper, myself and the guardian will sign it as accepted.
okay.
Tell us about the property. You guys tell us about the situation and the property.
Sure. So, can everyone hear me? Do I need to stand?
Come up there and give us your name.
Yeah, just for the record.
Corey Jividen. I work for the Department of Human Services. I'm based in Foster, but I also deal with Putnam County and Mason County as well. We have been to the property before. We conducted an inspection of it. It was very heavily dilapidated. The flooring was unsound. There have been apparently break-ins in the past. We're not sure exactly who broke in. The property is very cluttered. There's a lot of just stuff that's been used in storage and hasn't been maintained at all. So there are things like kitchen appliances, game systems, cabinets full of books and such things. Some electronics that look like they haven't been used in approximately 20 years, things like that. It's actually kind of difficult to know the condition of everything due to the way it's been stored. But the property itself has not been maintained. The grounds are fairly overgrown. There's a car with some broken glass actually parked in the street outside of it. It is gold colored. I believe it's a Taurus, but I'm not sure exactly. And that hasn't been maintained. Out in the back, there's an awning type thing, and it's got a boat in it with a jet ski from 20 years ago. 2 jet skis, sorry. It's my memory. And then there's a van as well that's been sitting there for quite some time. It's been heavily overgrown. And even if there was nothing in the house, it would not be a safe place to live at all due to the condition of the walls, the floors, etc. The person who lives at the property next door actually, it's weird because he's there, but he really only stays in that house. He doesn't really seemingly come to the other house very often. I'm not sure why, but it's not being maintained in any capacity. As the sheriff said, there may be some mental health issues involved there, but in any case, it's not being maintained.
When it comes to the items around it, in what capacity are you able to assist the homeowner, or are there options allowed can things be done?
I'm on 7.
Okay.
So the homeowner, Linda, she has been deemed incompetent by the court system, which is why Corey is involved.
Okay.
And the sheriff was appointed conservator due to financial exploitation.
Okay.
So Linda is unable to, because she's obviously in a nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
The son is not cooperative at all. So if Linda's funds will allow it, we could hire somebody, but her funds don't really allow it.
But we have access to the property though, right? We
Yes.
can have full access to the property. Is that, Bobby?
I'll let the sheriff speak on that.
You're asking for access to the property to remove,
To start any sort of remediation of this. So could the cars be removed by some scrappers, things like that?
I believe so.
Okay. And in way of the electronics, December 6th, I have an electronics collection down here with tires the same day. So anybody that can bring electronics.
They won't. That's the problem here. There's not a caregiver other than financially or medically to take care of anything. Mr. Groff, that lives in the adjacent property, which is all one property, actually, He's the one with some mental illness. And this property probably at some point, how old is Mrs. Grove? How old is she now?
She's 79.
Okay, and her mental capacity and her physical well-being are not that great.
Yeah.
So we will, at some point, if she continues down this path, have to put in for a sale of the property. And then we will sell the property. As it stands right now, the property is not marketable.
Oh, no.
So-
And that's what I was wondering, like, I mean, if we can get, I mean, I'm sure we could try to arrange some volunteers, things like
We
that,
can
to
do
go
that.
out and get the stuff out of there if we have proper permission to do so.
We can get that.
Okay.
But we're going to have to get it through the court.
Okay.
I don't think we have the authority to just say, go in there and do that, because
Okay.
we've run into this before. But we can petition the court to give us that authority.
And especially like, I mean, even if it's just a matter of, if we, I know for a fact we could probably get the outside of the property cleared out
Correct.
with volunteer efforts. When it comes to the interior of the house, it's unseen from the outside, no one cares. That, when it comes to the demolition effort at the end stages, then that would be taken care of. But,
I was just gonna say, I can petition the court, and for us to gain access, we had to have a court order because unfortunately the son would not let us in.
yeah.
We made several attempts, myself, the sheriff, and the DHHR. So we would have to petition the court before we can move any further, and I can do that.
Yeah.
And we will do that, and this is just one of the properties. The other property is soon to be just like this.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, I mean, I didn't go into it, but they did. And it is cat feces, it's deplorable condition, I mean.
Because, I mean, I see quite a bit of value on the outside of this house from a scrapper perspective.
Sure.
I mean, those black cabinets on the front porch, the AC units, the car, things like that. It's all stuff that, I mean, we could definitely get a scrapper in there and clear the property side of it out, just so it's visually more easy to deal with from the outside.
And the father, Linda's husband, used to be a vending machine. He used to own vending
Oh, yeah.
machines. So there are some vending machines out back under the shed, but the car by the road is,
Good
it needs
metals.
to go. But yeah, I can, like I said, I can petition the court.
Yeah, if you could petition for that, just for someone, the county, however it needs to be worded, to gain access to the property, to remove the scrap material. I don't know how detailed it needs to be worded on your side of things, but so we can clear out the material, and then also on the future side of things, we can probably get some teams and stuff, maybe get some volunteers together to move to the inside of the house. But I think on our standpoint here from the Daea side of things, if we get the outside of the house taken care of visually, and then we can start to pursue the interior as it needs. Does that sound okay? Because I have like 2 people right now, they'll clear the whole property off for free.
Well, and
So-
possibly potential, once the property is cleaned up, we could sell that property and then use those funds to kind of help
Take care of her.
take care of her and then take
Exactly.
care of the other home so we can get it sold, because Corey can speak on that too. There were 10 cats removed from the home by the humane officer and the help of 2 deputies. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
As a representative of the landowner, I would ask for 30 days
Yeah.
to get our letter to the circuit court, get approval, so we can make progress.
I'm going to go, just because it deals with the court system, I'm going to go ahead and suggest 60 days. So I'll motion for a 60-day extension on this case, so the court system could get cleared out of figuring out access to the property.
I have a motion for 60-day extension.
You can't second, you have to.
I'll second that.
I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
Make a note that the sheriff stood silent on
Yeah.
the motion. I don't want us to get caught up in the court system.
You've got my
I
number.
understand.
Yeah, I got your number. And the
We'll take care of it.
landowner did, well, the son did bring the paperwork to us. That's how I knew to come, but yeah, so I have some of that paperwork.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so you received the notice, the letter with the date of the meeting, and,
I received the date, and now I don't know if all the paperwork was there because the son brought it, but
Okay.
I did receive the date and time.
can I just bring it to you then? Like,
You bring it to me outside,
bring it to you?
or
Okay,
I'll stop by outside.
okay, that sounds good.
Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you all. Call me.
Okay. Next, we have day case 2025-31, located at 36 Lanham Road in Poca. The complaint was filed September 30th regarding overgrown vegetation, abandoned property, along with debris. The inspection found excessive debris and dilapidated structures, and a certified letter of notice was mailed but has not yet been delivered. Photos, October 20th, validated the concerns of the complaint. We'll just be waiting for notice to actually be delivered before we can discuss that one. So next is day case 2025-32, located at 117 Pearstone Lane in Hurricane.
Marina Park.
Yes, this one's Marina Park. Complaint was filed on September 26 regarding a debris-filled mobile home lot. The inspection found what appears to be a dilapidated mobile home along with excessive trash and overgrown vegetation. A certified letter of notice was mailed via USPS and was received by the landowner. The former landowners contacted us to let them know the property had been sold, and a new letter was immediately mailed out and has been received. That new landowner requested 60 days to make progress. They have just taken possession of this property.
What's their plans for this property? Do we know?
I don't remember if they said anything real specific. Let's see
I
here.
don't believe that this structure is salvageable.
No, it's not.
Would you
100% no.
believe?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so she's only requested 60 days because she has back-to-back hand surgeries coming up in the next couple of months, but their intentions are first to just do away with all of the debris and then eventually completely clear the lot off.
Make a motion, we grant the 60 days.
I'll second.
Have a motion, have a second. All in favor?
Okay. Next is Daea case 2025-33, located next door at 118 Pearstone Lane in Hurricane. A complaint was filed on September 26 regarding debris on the property. The inspection found possible abandoned vehicle, piles of trash and refuse on the property. A certified letter of notice was mailed and has been delivered as of October 31st. And I believe our landowner is here for that one. Do you have 120 Pearstone Lane too?
Well, I actually do not, these pictures don't.
Yes, those were in the, yes, we have correct. We have correct photos. And they are corrected for their slideshows as well. So let me grab those for you so you can see what we actually have.
You have the F-150 in the front? The F-150 in the front, is that your?
118 is what they wrote on the top of this, which is.
Oh, that's the other street.
Pictures of the trailers being torn down. And now that is mine. That's the other.
this is the property we're actually
discussing. Oh, okay.
This was sent to you by mistake.
My mistake. Well, I'll get you back to that.
And I can get you corrected photos if you'd like for your records as well. Yes. Okay, so this one, yes, David, when you went and did the inspection on this one, did you find that the complaint was valid about the debris and,
Yeah, so the photos are, the 118, the photos are correct here in the slideshow, right?
Yes.
yes, with the
Okay.
truck, yeah?
Right. Yes, valid complaint? Was that the question?
Yes.
Yeah, that was, yes.
Okay. Would you like to address the board?
About the one with the truck.
Yes, yes, about your property.
Give me just a second. All right. Cholesterol medicine almost killed me. Torvastatin. And back in 21, I still don't have all my strength back in my legs. It's attacked all my skeletal muscles. The one, I've talked to the man that has the truck. His truck's broke down. He's working.
So you don't live there, you're just on the property?
I'm just a landlord, yes, sir.
Okay.
And he works every day. He's a decent person, but, a lot of the debris there, he wants to get it cleaned up too. I mean, he's told me that his truck's been broke down for a long time, and he's working on it. And I talked to him this morning before I come over here, just to make sure he was on his way to work, and I said, you gotta get on that truck, because that's what you're gonna use to haul all this stuff off. And, he assured me he was gonna get it fixed, so I'll have to stay on him.
Well, as you know, being the landowner.
Yes.
It falls to you.
Oh,
And I owned real property a long time ago and got out of it. You can't control your, I mean, it's.
well, and Marina Park is a strange animal, because nobody wants to police that area, so it's like the Wild West, people just running and stealing and drugging and tearing up.
Believe me, I've tried to get the hospital to buy it all from you, all the landowners, and build a new hospital right there. It'd do us all a big favor.
Yes, sir.
But,
The mega church in front could help clean it up too, but
yeah,
no comment there.
it's hard for you to answer for him. He tells you I'm gonna take care of it, but it also falls to your responsibility. So
Yes.
it kind of falls to you.
I understand.
So, wintertime, he's had this thing for,
Right.
wintertime's about ready to set it. Fixing the old Ford, I don't know what's wrong with it, so, but,
Yeah, he's got the steering column tore apart. He's trying to get it back together, and it had a problem in there, I think. But it's a fairly good truck.
It looks like a lot of scrap metal and stuff like that in there. Is that, or is it just junk?
I think it might be junk. I mean, it's stuff that he thought had some value
Okay.
at some point, and he's, yeah, he assured me he don't like all that clutter either.
Yeah.
He's trying to get his truck together so he can haul it off, but,
Or you feel like he could get the truck fixed and make progress in 30 days?
well, 60 might be more like it. I mean, just to he'd get the truck fixed the next couple of weeks. It's gonna take a little while to haul all that off. And I told him I would drive the truck and haul it off while he's working, if he had loaded up, and give me the stuff to take, so. I think he'll work with me on it. I just hope we could,
for your benefit, I'll make a motion. To give you 60 days, but wintertime's coming. So-
That's what I mean.
And you're gonna have to push him, because the only way we can push is to push you.
I
Okay, and we don't wanna do that.
I understand.
But I'll make a motion, we give you 60 days. If it doesn't get completed in 60 days, then I'll make the motion, we move it to the commission next time. Okay?
Okay,
All right.
All right.
Sound fair?
I appreciate it,
All right.
yes, sir.
So that was a motion? Is that your motion, Sheriff?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll second that.
Have a motion, have a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion
You're
passes.
welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, get him moving. Sometimes it takes a little push to get people moving.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
You own the next one as well,
What is the next one? I don't have
120 Pearstone Lane.
That's the address you got on the one with the truck.
That's 118. And then you have,
See, 118,
This one as well? this is not 118. These are the incorrect pictures of
Okay.
118.
Here's
So-
120, and that's the one with the truck, that's the man I'm talking about.
Okay,
So I don't
and
know what
then
and I don't have any other letters.
you don't have.
Do you own other properties on Pearstone?
Which one?
Pearstone, do you own other properties on Pearstone?
I own the 118 and the 120.
Okay.
But this doesn't reflect 118. 118 is actually,
118 is the one with the truck.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
yes,
And then
Yeah,
directly
the one
across the
with the
street is 120,
yes.
which is our next case.
Oh, okay, I didn't get a letter to that with
Okay.
pictures, I guess. You're
I mean-
saying you sent me the wrong pictures, but
Yeah, 118 with the truck is what we discussed. Your letter had the wrong pictures in
Okay.
it.
Well, what's the
But we also sent
what's the
you
story with 120?
120,
the
yeah.
story on 120 is, he's an older gentleman that I've ran into for about 5 years. What he does, he scraps. That's what he's not a lazy guy, but
He's not a clean guy either.
Yeah, because he's operating a scrapyard in the middle of town, which is extremely illegal and against, he can be fined hundreds of thousands of dollars a day for that kind of stuff.
Right.
Um,
But what happened, he was going along, getting rid of it as he accumulated it.
Yeah.
And he had a heart problem, which required a pacemaker to be put in. And then the engine in his truck went out, and I go to church with him, and I've been trying to take him around to find another truck. And then he was out talking to his neighbor, and he passed out about a month ago, and he was in the hospital for 2 or 3 weeks, and I've talked to him about it, and he knows he's got to get rid of all this stuff.
He's got 30 days to do it.
Do you know do you own 121, 122, or do you just
No.
have 18, 19? Okay,
Labeled 118.
Because, I mean, I was just there at 120 less than 3 weeks ago, and the old man's on the road, of course, and, I mean, there's 3 other people scrounging around and all the scrap with him too, that are standing there working as well. That property's been like that, I'm sure every year that he's lived there, and it's
Which
not
one are you talking
120.
about? Okay. Yeah, he's had stuff come and go for as long.
Yeah, as long as he's been there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And it's never okay for it to be that way. So you, as the property owner, you need to be the one to enforce to him that he needs to get it cleaned up and keep it cleaned up, or he's out. That's not an option. Otherwise, you're going to be fined. These $100,000 fines are going to go to you as the property owner, not him as the renter. So that's something that you need to get across to your renters.
Because they can't run a scrapyard.
No, they cannot. And he is far surpassing the amount of weight that would qualify him as a scrapyard, or you as a scrapyard. All these fines go on you, not him. So that's what you need to get across to him as soon as possible, because like I said, I was just there 2 weeks ago, and I'm on litter control side of things, not even on Daea's side. And I'm dealing with 121, 122, 123, 119, 118, 117, the whole neighborhood right there.
Here's, I'll interrupt.
No, you're fine.
You made a comment there about policing, people policing in there. People, nobody wants to police.
Right.
This is part of policing, okay? This is part of it right here. We have to clean these areas up to keep the bad element out.
Yeah.
And sometimes that falls on the landlords, not to put up with that kind of stuff. So if this gentleman here is not healthy enough to take that stuff out, then we give you somebody that is healthy enough to come over and clean it up. That's helping you as a landlord, because you don't want these fines.
No, I don't. Like I say, I'm a Christian. And
Sure, I get that.
I'm abide by the law. And
I get that.
Absolutely,
And
here as
I'm
well.
just trying to help this fellow, I was kind of, as he was getting rid of all this stuff and on a regular basis coming and going, I was,
What happens is it overwhelms them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens every time. So I'll make a motion, I'm gonna make a motion, we give 30 days to clean 120 up.
okay.
120 Pearstone Lane up. If y'all can't do it, contact
Solid Waste.
Solid Waste,
I'll give him a
and
call.
they will do it. Okay, or they'll find somebody to do it. He'll give you a card there.
Don't you think after the 30 days, if it's not satisfactorily cleaned up, it needs to go to the county commission?
Exactly.
Okay.
Do you understand that? If after 30 days, this isn't, and she could, Dave or one of the girls here go out and do an inspection, it's not cleaned up, then I'll make the motion to move it to the county, and then the county will do the fines and stuff. So let's,
So if I just call this person, they'll come and.
That's me. I've got scrappers that will come and clear that, every inch of that property off of every bit of scrap metal for free.
Yeah.
Now, they're keeping the scrap money, but that's how they make their business. Yeah, and I understand, that's how a lot of these things get started is, you get that one sick day or that one sick week down and of not hauling out and just hauling in, then that's when the problem sets in, and it's just, you can never catch back up. I've been there myself with several different things, but there is plenty of help available to get these properties cleared up at low to no cost to you to avoid $100,000 fines. So just keep that in mind, please.
so I made a motion, 30 days.
Yeah, I'll second that.
So if we can't get it up.
Yeah, I'll second the motion.
Clean it up ourselves in 30 days. Then can I call this person?
Yeah, or, don't wait till the 30 days.
Don't wait till the 30 days.
If in 15, 20 days you're having trouble getting to it, call me, because we need progress in 30 days.
Okay.
So,
Sounds good.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
appreciate you.
I have a motion and a second.
Yeah, I'll send you some letters to
All in
sort this
favor?
out.
Aye.
Done. Okay, so you'll get those in a few days, no problem. Okay, so next was Daea case 2025-35, located at 124 Pearstone Lane in Hurricane. A complaint was filed on October 20th regarding a mobile home site with debris and refuse in the yard. There are also reports of the occupants using buckets in the front yard for elimination. The inspection found clutter outside the mobile home as well as some junk. A certified letter of notice was mailed and was received by the landowner. The landowner contacted us October 23rd and stated that they would contact the tenant who's living there to try and get the mess cleaned up. During that conversation, he stated that the man has lived there in the entire time that he's owned the property and that he's capable of cleaning it up and that he believes that he will do it.
Doubtful,
I
but
understand, but the tenant don't care. And like he just said, you know, the fine goes to the landowner. So
Yeah.
we,
what's the name of the property owner?
Pull it up. I think is that one Scott Hardy? That was Scott Hardy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, 707 LLC.
That's, he has several in the Marina Park.
Yeah, he's got two of them, and he said that he's been a good tenant, feels like he'll handle the situation quickly. So he didn't ask for a specific time frame, but just said that it would be handled quickly.
Because he owns a couple in the next street up that have.
Okay,
those
yeah,
two
we don't
big
have-
empty trailers that are sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been on my list for a while too. I mean, we can give him 30 days to get it cleaned up, but he needs it, it's got to, because I mean, this trailer's been in this condition for my 3-year tenure with solid waste. This Marina Park was my first case, so.
you know, Marina Park has always been a problem, but the
Yeah.
problem is, like he said, you know, nobody wants to police it.
We.
Well,
honestly,
take
we
care of
shouldn't-
your property, and, you know, I don't get a lot of 911 calls in the nice neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I
Yeah.
tell Adam Cato from Country Roads, I tell him every time, I was like, it's not our responsibility to police your property for trash. You should be doing this to your own tenants, not us. We shouldn't have to be out there once a month making sure that your tenants are cleaning up after themselves.
This is a litter problem also right here. If you would, send me the contact information. I will send him a letter from the sheriff's office
Okay.
informing him that not only is it an eyesore, it's against the law. So,
And I have been to Marina Park, and I usually get inundated by people saying, can you help with the drugs? Can you help with the looting? Can you help with the trash? It takes me over an hour just to get out of Marina Park because all the people asking for help.
Yeah.
And I don't really have, because like it doesn't really it's not classified as a mobile home park, so it doesn't really fall in the purview of the health department.
I've been over there numerous times, people do the same thing to me, well, Sheriff, would you, and they live in that. They live in that, and I look at them and say, you do your part, I'll do mine, you know, but they won't do their part.
Yeah.
And even if you get on people, like say for trash or scrap metal, they will get rid of it, but then they just turn around and do it again because it's a habitual habit.
Yeah.
So we got Debbie Goff in the middle there that keeps, every chance she gets to buy up a lot and it's emptied out. That's her goal. She's got 10 lots right now, I think.
It's just empty, it's just,
Yeah, she empties them, fences them up. That's what she's been doing, is just, she's got her 4 lots around her that she's just fenced in more and more and more and more, and they're just empty lots now, so.
we'll discuss this more, but what's your, I don't know what.
I motion for 30 days for significant improvement on this property, or it will be forwarded to the county commission.
I second that.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Okay.
You know, we've got this thing right here in front of us, our questionnaire, and one of the things is, this board here in all my time here, we do a good job. We do a good job of what we're supposed to do. But we're also saddled with no true,
Teeth.
we double dare people, you know? We double dare you not to fix this, then we pass them on to the commission.
Yeah.
There ought to be fines. I reckon there ought to be fines. There ought to be progressive discipline fines. If we don't fix it, you know, I don't know where we come in, but the rules need changed where we, this board, can issue fines.
Well, I mean, even the same like with litter control, I'm having, arguments per se, but confusion on where our teeth is, because, I mean, we write litter open dump tickets or litter control tickets, and they're not getting paid. They're not getting pushed through magistrates, so what's happening to them?
And littering is not a jailable offense.
No.
So it's another one, double dare you.
And the open dumps, I mean, that's a $25,000 ticket.
When there's sewage, it's a misdemeanor, and they usually get fined $50 to $100.
There ought to be liens put on property by this board, not necessarily the commission. Because the commission only takes what we give them. So.
Sometimes they send it back to us.
That's my soapbox. And I'm not trying to tell people how to live.
Sure.
I'm trying to tell people to live healthy. To live, I mean, you can't live healthy in places like we're talking about.
Right. Yeah, it's outlandish that section of Marina Park exists right in the valley. It's definitely crazy. We are currently working on revisions to the ordinance. So we'll explore definitely your idea about giving more teeth to the board itself rather than, I think at the moment, it's set up as a recommendations board to the commission. So I'll get with the commission president and discuss how he feels, about maybe balancing the power a little bit.
If the president of the commission would like to talk about this, and I think this board could talk to him about our feelings
Absolutely.
about this.
Absolutely.
We want to clean up Putnam County. We're growing on one side, and we're falling apart on the other. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
So we need to fix that.
Yep.
I got 3 years left, and I really don't care if I make anybody mad at this one.
Well, to that, Sheriff, our office, Jordan is leading the proposed amendment to the ordinance to speak to things just as you're talking about, and we want everybody's input into what we put forward. When we have the Daea Board's approval, then we will put that forward to the county commission. So, anyway, but we'll speak to that very shortly.
Yeah. One more Daea case, 2025-36, located at 12 Meadow Lane in Poca. This complaint was filed October 2nd regarding potentially hazardous materials with debris on the property. The inspection found piles of unsecured refuse containing items that could present potential safety risk and trash around the property. A certified letter of notice was mailed and received on October the 28th. They've emailed yesterday that the work is in progress and they intend to complete it this week. It looked kind of like they maybe demoed something and just left it laying there, so.
It's a trailer they had tore down.
Okay.
This is Mrs. Potter, right?
Oh, it's Miss Potter?
Yeah, same from up on top of the hill that we've dealt with a few different times on other properties. She owns the whole lot down here.
Got it. Okay.
So, I was by there yesterday and did not notice anything, but I'll trust their email as the
Yes.
next time I drive by there, hopefully they'll be a little bit better.
Yes. Well, they'll technically, I guess, have until our December meeting for us to follow up.
So let's
Motion.
just table that, or would we?
If she's working on it, which is, I think we table it until the next meeting.
Doing the motion.
That doesn't hurt. I'll make a motion to table that for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Last item on the agenda is under staff report. At our last meeting, you guys had forwarded a couple of properties that were owned by like P&J or NAJ or Rodell, the repeat offenders, basically. And so I had taken those to the commission. They voted to actually dismiss the cases because a current violation didn't exist, but President Skidmore requested that we explore opportunities to strengthen our approach in those areas. In the office, we've been doing some research on what other jurisdictions are doing, like in Raleigh, Kanawha, and Mercer counties. Several places around the state, which are working under the same state code that this board works under, have adopted stronger enforcement measures like higher fees, ongoing property registries to track repeat offenses, which is what Skidmore suggested, maybe a registry, and then expedited legal action, shorter compliance timelines. We were looking to see if you guys had any feedback or recommendations to help establish some clearer guidelines, that could be written into the ordinance to maybe encourage compliance for repeat offenders.
Yes to all of number 4s. Yes, penalties increase the repeat violations, compliance timeframe shorter, especially for second time around.
Yeah.
And certain repeat offenses automatically escalate to county commission. I'm sorry, if we see your name a third time, we should not see your name a third time. That's a waste of our time
Yeah.
to set and tell the same property company a third time to do the same thing. And
That we said the first time.
Yeah, and even if it is a second property of the same company, and that's a big thing too, is, I mean, if one property company owns 7 of our cases, why are we seeing them 7 times? Like, one time, follow the rules for all your properties, or don't, or you're gonna get, I mean, it's just, I don't know how that works on the legality side of it,
Well-
of like, when you have 7 individual properties, and can you write a balloon, take care of your stuff, all of it, or?
The proposal that Jordan and Katie are working on is follow state code.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, of course, once Mr. Fry puts his stamp of approval on it, we'll present it to the board. And again, much like the amended ordinance into the county commission, to try to solve the problem that we sort of brought up last meeting about those P&J properties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the one that has, they own that tax branch property too, don't they?
Yeah, one of their companies, P&J, Rodell, or NAJ, they are all under Johns?
John Johns, yeah.
His name is Johns, Robert Johns? Yeah, that's it, Robert Johns. Legally, we cannot, because he has them under separate LLCs, consider each separate property owned by the different LLCs as repeat offenses.
That's, if it was investigated by the right authority, it's tax fraud.
They've got it.
All that is.
Yeah.
These people are using these for tax.
It's tricky.
For tax purposes, but they're not being held accountable for the property itself, which is wrong, which is exactly what the
Yeah.
Secretary of State's office was supposed to do with legislation passed 2 years ago, which took the ability for the sheriff's office to sell property to the auditor's office, which is probably going to be reversed this year during the legislature, to put it back on us. Because we have no teeth anymore. The
Yeah.
sheriff's office has no teeth. Before, we could have a list of people like that company that says, we're not selling to you because you don't maintain your property. Now, we have no teeth like that. So hopefully, that gets reversed.
Yeah,
Goes
that
back to the
means-
sheriff's offices. We have a little say who gets the property.
Yeah, that helps to circumvent it from the start.
That's all it does.
Yeah, so some of the ideas that we've explored is, Katie's already made a registry, she's keeping a spreadsheet, she can very quickly identify if a property has been complained about before. Upon the inspection, we're thinking that, instead of putting this to the Daea board, we just forward it straight to the commission, and they could issue an order. We're thinking 30 days to clean it up. And in the same order, if it's not done, we're hiring someone to do it and imposing fines immediately. And for the repeat offenders, it'll be double the fine. So instead of $100 a day, it's $200 a day.
Beautiful.
Now, if that's legal, we've got to talk with Mr. Fry about it and make sure that all flies.
We understand, everybody understands it's all going to go through the legal process. But at the end of the day, if these companies have money to come down and pay for these tax properties, then they have money to clean it up too.
Yes.
And
Well,
they-
and that's
they
the
have
thing
a-
is, like with the most recent one, is the complaint came in the summer of '24. They went and took care of all the vegetation. They didn't do anything with it all summer of '25. The complaint came in, we told them to clean it up. They took care of the vegetation, but the structure still sits vacant. So if you guys have any clues or anything that could be done or any suggestions about vacant and how long until vacant becomes a nuisance for the
Well,
public
I
safety?
wrote that here.
Yeah.
We need public nuisance should be better defined.
Yeah.
It should be better defined, instead of just saying, hey, it's a public nuisance.
Mm-hmm.
We all know what a visual nuisance is.
Yeah.
But a public nuisance, I believe it is visual, but the state code doesn't, or the code doesn't say
The
that.
people
Yeah.
living in the nuisance don't know it's a nuisance clearly, so they need to have
Yeah.
it defined.
Yeah. Well, and I'm looking into maybe getting our board members more involved in the process. I mean, you guys are here because state code says these specific people need to be here, so we can have our fire chief visit properties and like say, yes, this is a fire hazard. Boom, we have your endorsement that this is an actual public nuisance, self-safety, welfare issue. We have our sanitation and our litter control that can come and visit these properties specifically and write statements that say, yes, this is a health issue, this is a litter control issue, there is debris, and maybe just have, I think that involving you guys more in that goes hand in hand with giving the board the ability to impose fines.
Gives us a little bit more foreknowledge too, to the cases. I feel
Yeah.
like when they're coming in front of us, we're like, oh, well, no, it was not like that last week when I drove past it. So, yeah,
Right.
I like that idea.
Okay.
I'm totally down for that.
Okay, so we'll explore getting that verbiage into the ordinance as well that gives you guys, visitations, inspections, reports to file. And I'll discuss with the commission president the option of giving our board the ability to impose fines maybe.
Good.
Okay?
So just real quick, if you guys will, you fill out these forms and
Yeah,
get them
anything
back
that
to
you
us.
have-
Motion we adjourn?
Thank you.
Have a motion adjourned.
Second?
Second.
Aye.
I'm sure.